So hello everyone, welcome to today's practice. Today's practice is going to be a Rocket 1 series. My name is Michaela Cabuk and I'm in the studio Yoga Kalin. So Rocket Yoga, for those who do not have the experience with this practice, you've never exercised or never practiced Rocket before, it's loosely based around the Ashtanga series. So if you are familiar with Ashtanga, maybe you'll find out that it's not that different. However, if I may say so, it's more playful and open to self-expression. So feel free to obviously do anything you want. I can't even see you, so it's your practice. Approach it so that you benefit from it as much as you can. And with that being said, it is a challenging practice. So if you know what you're doing, feel free to jump into the pose, into the modification you want to go for, because the longer you hold the pose, the better. Because I'm also going to be introducing different modifications for those who are more or less experienced, more of beginners in their practice. So don't wait for me to finish describing all the options. Go for it. Go for all the possible balances or not. If you are rather a beginner, you do not have to take upon the challenges that I'll be throwing at you. Just stay with what you know, or with the easiest modification. If we'll repeat the Vinyasas, I'll be introducing different ways of transitioning. Just go with what you know, keep it simple so that you can benefit. Okay, last thing I'd like to say is that if you feel tired at any point and you are exercising live with me, feel free to take a child's pose and relax for however long you need to, and join us back when you feel ready. Yeah. If you are watching this from a recording, just pause, relax, take your time, and then come back to the practice. If you'll experience maybe some dizziness, lightheadedness, then I suggest relaxing, sitting up, yeah, in any kind of position, Vajrasana, any cross-legged sit, so that the pressure kind of comes back to normal. Okay, so I think that's all that I wanted to say at the beginning. So we are going to start today's class in child's pose. So sit back at your heels. You can keep the knees together or separate them and just relax your forehead onto the mat. You can spread the arms in front of you. You can leave them next to your body, whatever you want. And in the first few moments, just connect with yourself and have a think of what you are moving through these days. Maybe you noticed that there was new moon 2 nights ago. So think of what new energies you are experiencing, maybe none. You can think of some goals that you have for yourself for the near or far future. What expectations you have. And now in today's practice, I want you to think of those expectations and maybe watch them change, not only throughout the practice, but in your life. Because as we know, things don't always go the way we want them to go. So be open to the differences. Sometimes even within our practice, on the mats, we come onto the mats and think that we'll smash it. And then throughout the practice, we find out that we actually don't feel that great. Or the other way around, right? Okay. So let's all those thoughts go at this point and start focusing on your breath solely. Start deepening your breath. Watch your torso move with the inhale and exhale. Watch the capacity of your lungs. How much more you can inhale with the next inhalation. And how better you can exhale all the air with the next exhalation. Keep deepening your breath. You can focus your eyes with them being closed into the third eye area to keep the focus. You don't want any other thought in your mind but those regarding your breath, maybe any other physical sensation you're experiencing. And now in dynamic styles, it's always useful to use Ujjayi Breaths. I'd like to practice Ujjayi Breath with you a little bit. If you don't know what it is, let's take 4 breaths where you inhale normally. On an exhale, you open your mouth and try to pronounce the ha sound. And you want the exhalation to be audible. You want to hear your exhale. Let's do it together. Inhale. Exhale, open the mouth. Make it slightly loud. Second inhale. Exhale. Third inhale. Exhale. Last inhale. If you're able to keep the the feeling in your throat on the inhale, that's great. Exhale. Let's do 4 more where you do not open your mouth, but you keep trying to pronounce that sound. Inhale. Exhale. Listen to your breath. Second in. Exhale. Third in. Exhale. Last inhale. Exhale. All right, and either keep the breath or go back to your breath that you are comfortable with. And let's start moving a little bit. I want to start moving the ankles first. So since we were sitting on the heels, just move them first and then tuck the toes and try to come on to the toes, lifting up the knees of the mat. And we're going to move from the forearms, the knees on the mat. You want to open the chest, look up, and exhale, pushing into the palms, lifting up the knees, forward, coming down. Second inhale, knees coming back, opening the chest, looking up. Exhale, pushing yourself up, back. Let's do this one more time. Very gentle moves. Massaging the toes and the heels. Okay, from here, walk yourself to sitting open or sitting, still squatting. Open the knees to the sides. I want you to try and lift up if that's possible for you. Connect the fingers, the thumb and the index finger. Open the chest. If possible, look up. Inhale, exhale, stay. With another inhale, extend your arms overhead, interlace the fingers. Exhale, coming into a little fold. Your hips are moving back. Let's do this one more time. Inhale, arms up. Interlace the fingers. Exhale, feeling the hips a little bit. All right, coming back onto your hands, onto the knees. You can shake out the toes, the ankles. All right, next I want to massage the wrists because we'll be on the wrists quite a lot, putting a lot of pressure there. So feel the wrists just from your basic tabletop position, moving back and forth. Make sure that you are aware of using the fingertips. You are helping the wrists carry all the pressure. So it's not only about the flexibility in the wrists, but about the strength, how deep you can go, so that you can also come back from not only this exercise, but any pose. All right, let's now move the arms so that the fingers are facing to the sides, moving from side to side. Now make sure that your lower back is straight, you're not falling through. A few more moves here. Last one, where the fingers are facing you. And this time I want you to stretch all the way into the fingertips. Just being with the sensation. Obviously, don't go too far if that's uncomfortable for you. My knuckles are cracking. I don't know if you can hear that. Okay, one last time. Okay, shake out the palms. Back to tabletop. Tuck your toes and just lift up the knees. Moving a little more over your wrists. Putting a little more pressure into them. And up. Pushing yourself back and lifting up the sitting bones into your first downward facing dog. So take all the time that you need to move through it. Walk your dog. Straighten left and right knee. Move from side to side. You can stretch the shoulders, whatever you want to stretch, however you want to move through the pose. Okay, from here, again, bend the knees, look forward, and I want you to keep the right thigh in the chest, moving into plank. Back into the squat, left knee. Plank. Back into the squat. 2 more times each leg. Inhale. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. 1 more time, both legs. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. All right, so let's take 4 breaths here. Wherever you are, just watch how your body feels at this point. You'll be able to compare as you move through today's practice. Inhale and exhale. Second. Exhale. Think about the fingertips being still active since you are on your hands, on your arms. Last inhale. Exhale. 1 more inhale. And with the next exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step 1 or 2, steps 3, 4, to your forward fold. Grab your elbows and just relax in your forward fold. Shake your head. Move from side to side. All right. Knees and roll very slowly all the way up. You can inhale, arms up, look up, and exhale. Relax the arms into Namaste next to your body. All right, I want you to feel the body in the standing. It's basic position that we are in every day. So feel your feet. Again, your toes engaging, right? You can move there and back. I want you to be consciously aware of your knees being active. stacking up all the other joints on top of them. Your pelvis is in neutral position, and you are moving the energy through the core all the way up. Open the shoulders. Close your eyes for a moment here. Inhale and exhale. Connect the palms, and let's sing one mantra Om together. So if you want to join, prepare with an inhale and exhale. And on another inhale. Exhale, release the palms. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees and roll all the way down into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms to the mat. Step your right foot back. And as you're stepping the left foot back, you're lowering yourself into Chaturanga. Knees can come onto the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. You can move through any position you want. Exhale, downward facing dog. 4 breaths in a stable downward facing dog. If you want to move, you always can. Inhale. Exhale. That's 1. Remember your Ujjayi breath. You can practice here. Last inhale here. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step the right foot, big arms into halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Roll all the way up, arms up. Exhale, and release the arms next to the body. Left side, inhale, arms up. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. You can either stay here, keep it stable, or you can move your feet to the right. You want to stretch the left side of the body. Your left arm can come over the right arm. You can stay with the knees extended, or you can bend them, feeling the stretch on the left side. Inhale, exhale. Let's do the other side. Straight away. Right arm over the left. You can bend the knees. Feel the stretch. Come back to the center. One more inhale here. Exhale, bend the knees. Look forward. Left and right foot. Top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Knees roll up. Arms up, look up. Inhale. Exhale. Arms next to the body. Last round. Inhale up. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, both feet into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, my suggestion is to move to Dolphin. So you want to lower your elbows, your forearms onto the mat, finding a Dolphin pose. So in Dolphin, you want to try to create straight line from your elbows into the sitting bones. 4 more breaths. Your heels will probably come off the mat. That's completely fine. Make sure you are attempting the external rotation in your arms, keeping the elbows together. Last inhale. Exhale, stay here. On another inhale, come back onto your hands. Exhale, bend the knees, maybe jump forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release the palms. Inhale, chair pose. Lower the hips. Look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. The right foot steps between the palms. Warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, palms on the mat. Here, you may either just step back. Oh, let's actually the first round, just step back together. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps between the palms. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, arms back on the mat. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. 4 breaths. Stable, regular down dog. Connect with your breath. Feel your body. Getting energized with the sun salutations. 2 more inhales. Last inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, jump, toe, halfway lift. Exhale, forward. Moving through chair. Inhale, lower the hips, open the chest. Exhale, release. Second round, chair pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, jump into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, arms down. So the offering here is to either step back, as you are used to, or maybe moving, lifting up the back leg and kind of sliding the front foot back into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward facing dog, left leg. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale again, the back leg can come off the mat, sliding yourself down into Chaturanga. Big inhale, big exhale. Let's stay here for 4 breaths. You can either keep it stable or your right arm can grab the left ankle and you can add a little twist to your dog. Two breaths on one side. Let's switch. Left arm, right leg. Inhale the left arm back. Exhale, bend the knees. Jump forward into halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Chair pose. Inhale. Exhale. Release the palms. Last round. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg. Inhale, warrior one. This time I want us to stay for 3 breaths. So inhale, either look between the palms or separate the arms. Look in front of you. Second inhale. Last inhale. Exhale. Arms out, arms out. Keep up. Do any transition you want. You can try to maybe balance a little more before you go into Chaturanga. Continuing with upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing. Left leg steps forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, stay in the pose. Second in. Last inhale. Exhale, arms down. Maybe balance a little bit before you come down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, I want us to lower down onto the forearms. You can keep your regular downward facing dog or second round of dolphin. So this time I want you to try and move the hips as close to the elbows because eventually when balancing we want to move the hips over the elbows. So maybe with another inhale, step a little closer. Exhale, lower the heels. Second inhale. Exhale, lower the heels. Another inhale. One more inhale. Once you are at your maximum, stay there. Exhale. Inhale back onto the arms. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Step out, jump. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, and we're going to stay for 5 breaths. So again, you can connect the palms. Look between them or separate the arms. Look in front of you. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hips. Second in. Third. Fourth inhale. Feel the fire. Don't run away. Last inhale, interlace the fingers, and exhale, come into half chair. Your torso is parallel to the floor now. 2 more breaths. Second. Last one, you can come on your tippy toes. And exhale, release. Now in the series, there's time for your crow pose, so you can go for that. Or, since we already practiced some forearm, not stand, but dolphin, I'm gonna go baby crow. You can join me. Whatever pose you choose, 5 breaths. Great. If you want for baby crows with me, come back onto your palms, step back. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay for 4 breaths. I have to blow my nose. Do we have tissues, please? Do we? Máme kapesník, prosím. So you breathe in your downward facing dog. Okay, we're going to continue with the standing series. Your right foot steps forward. Inhale into Warrior 1. Exhale, we're going to come into Warrior 3. So your left leg comes off the mat and we'll create this T shape with the body for 5 breaths. Thank you. I'm going to come and get it. That is me. It's okay. I'll come and get it. 2 more breaths in Warrior 3. I apologize, guys. Your arms can be anywhere, really, along the body, palms connected. All right, next one is twisted, revolved, half moon. So your left arm is coming down onto the mat, or can hover, really. You do not have to touch the ground. Right arm is coming up, and either look down or look to the side. 3 more breaths. Exhale the right arm to the mat. Inhale the left arm up. And now you're going to open the left hip, stacking it on top of the right one, coming into regular half moon. You want to open the whole left side of the body to the side. Last inhale. And with another exhale, you are slowly going to bend the front knee, stepping back, coming up into warrior two. Inhale, exhale, extended side angle. So your right arm can come to the front, or from the front of your foot, or from the back, or also you can just relax the arm onto your knee. Left arm extending overhead. 5 breaths. Last inhale in the pose. Inhale, exhale. With another inhale, I want you to move the right arm from wherever it is and extend the arm overhead. And extend the right leg. Extend the arms to the side, coming into triangle pose. 5 breaths. All you want is to open the left side. Feel the stretch in your left lower back, and make sure that your right knee is not locked, all right? You still have the strength in your legs. Feel the feet connected to the ground. Last inhale. Exhale the left arm down. We're going to come into a revolved triangle. So if you like your hips to be squared, people do revolved triangle differently. You can stay here and just come into your twist, or you can square the hips, maybe move the foot a little closer. Left arm either, again, from the inside or from the outside of the right foot. 5 breaths. Last inhale. Exhale. The right arm down. Come back to the center. We're going to come into a twist. Twisted extended side angle. Excuse me. So you can lower the left knee and find your twist. You want to move your knee as close to the armpit as possible. And you can either keep the palms together if that's already challenging to you. You can separate the arms, or you can find a bind. And eventually you want to extend the back leg as well. 4 more breaths. Wherever you are, keep twisting. Keep opening the right shoulder to the side. All right. Leave the pose. Break it. Relax the left knee onto the mat. And here is an offering to come into Ekapada Kundunasana A, which is a balancing pose. I'm going to move to the side where your left elbow is under the right knee and your right elbow is resting. You are resting your hip on the right elbow. You can either just play with the balance, see if you can lift up the feet, or you can extend them for at least 2-3 breaths. Hold the pose. And then we will not come into Vinyasa yet. I'm going to ask you to come back. Into warrior one all the way. Inhale. Exhale. Find the pose. Interlace the fingers. Inhale into the chest. Open the chest, look up. Exhale, humble warrior. One last pose on the right side. 5 breaths. However low you can go. And also the back heel can come off the mat. It's up to you. Feel the strength that your, especially right foot, right leg has to hold you in the position. But your neck, your torso is relatively relaxed in the position. Last inhale. Exhale, come out of the pose. Palms on the mat. Step back into Chaturanga. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, so here's our first Pincha Mayurasana. opportunity to practice. So with pincha, it's a forearm balance. You can just, again, practice by moving the hips over the elbows, or you can try and lift up the foot, stay for a few breaths, or move there and back. You can keep the legs separate, or move them close together. All right, and from here, I also want to practice coming back up into downward facing dog, ideally with both arms at the same time. So let's come back again onto the forearms, and maybe coming from the balance. You can use the momentum and lift yourself up. Let's try again. From the forearms, your leg is up, and you push yourself up onto your hands. All right, downward facing dog, everyone. 4 breaths here. Feel free to go for child's pose. I'll just sit up to catch my breath. Second in. Third inhale. Last inhale. Exhale, stay in the position or come back to downward facing dog. Next inhale, left foot comes up. Step between the arms. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale into warrior 3 for 5 breaths. So your left leg is coming off the mat. You can interlace the fingers or leave the body alongside of your, leave the arms alongside of your body. Maybe connect the palms. Make sure that your right hip is in line with the left. Last inhale. Exhale, right arm is coming down on the mat, left arm up. Either look down if that is already challenging to you, or look to the side. Two more. Last inhale. Exhale, left arm down, half moon. Woof. Opening the hip, the right hip, on top of the left hip. And you can either leave your left arm on the mat, on the ground, or try and hover. Maybe you fall off the pose, that's completely fine. Just think what you need to engage to hold the position. Inhale, exhale, slowly bend the left knee, step back. Into warrior 2. Exhale down into extended side angle. Whatever variation you chose on the previous side, repeats on this side. Left arm can be from the inside, outside. Right arm extends overhead. Or you can go for a bind, if that's your jam. Opening the right side of the body. Right shoulder is coming to the side. 3 more breaths. Last inhale. Exhale in the position. Another inhale. Extend both arms and extend the front leg. Moving into triangle. Arms to the side, look up. You can grab the big toe. I like to just relax the arm. Focus on opening the body. Feeling stretch in your right lower back. Engaging the front knee. Last inhale, exhale, right arm down. Again, square the hips or leave the legs as they were, coming into a twisted, revolved triangle. Left arm up. Engage your Ujjayi breath. Third in. Fourth. Last inhale. Exhale, look down, and either just bend the front knee, coming into your twist, or lower the right knee, position yourself into the twist, moving, helping yourself really to move the knee into the armpit. Maybe connecting the palms and just looking up, feeling the twist. Maybe again extending the arms, maybe finding a bind, maybe extending the back leg. One more inhale, exhale, break the pose. Let's try our Eka Pada Kundunasana on the left side. So again, the elbow is resting under the left knee, left elbow under the hips. Just moving the weight of your body on there. Maybe just lifting the feet off the ground as they are. Maybe extending the legs. For at least 2-3 breaths. Ideally 5. Okay. Exhale, coming with the feet back down. Let's come on an inhale into warrior 1. Exhale in the pose. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Inhale, look up, open the chest. And exhale, come into a humble warrior. Your arms are coming overhead. And you are kind of bowing with the humbleness that you feel towards yourself, towards the yoga practice. 2 more inhales. Last in. Exhale, leave the pose, hands on the mat, Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, stay for 4 breaths before we go for our second Pincha Mayurasana. Last inhale. And exhale, maybe just find your dolphin. Stay there. Maybe just move from back and forth. Or maybe lift up one leg. Maybe find some balance. And again, let's practice coming back into 3-legged dog from the forearms. Come back. Find your momentum. Lift yourself up. One last time. Whoop. Great. Okay. Lower the left leg. We're going to wash to the onto our feet. So here, you want with one slide of the arms, just push yourself into standing onto the feet. You really want to use or engage your toes to kind of help yourself push yourself up. All right. Whoosh. Easy. Find your big toes with your index and middle fingers. Inhale into halfway lift. Exhale into Padangusthasana. 5 breaths. Padangusthasana. Move your weight into the toes. Help the stretch. Don't forget you are engaging from the core. The arms are just helping. 2 more breaths here. Last inhale. Exhale. Release the arms. And I want you to slide your hands under your feet. You can massage your wrist using the toes. Inhale from straight back, halfway lift. Exhale, Padahastasana. 5 breaths. Last inhale. Exhale in the pose. Release the arms. Your arms will come onto your hips. Knees and roll yourself all the way up. I hope you're not feeling dizzy. If yes, just take it, give it a few moments. If you feel okay, come onto your tippy toes, extend the arms overhead, and try and stretch as much as you can. All right, so here we're gonna slowly come to the top of the mat, and you can either just walk there, right, on the tippy toes, or if you want a little challenge, you can maybe lift up the knee as high as you can, stepping, and maybe adding a little squat. Coming into standing, left leg. A little balance. Let's do both legs at least 2 times. Right knee. A little squat. Your heels are as high as possible. Last one. Adding a little squat. Great. You are here. And from here, you're going to step your right foot back. I'm going to do the left so that I can face you. Coming into Prasarita. So first, inhale your chest up. Exhale, we're going to, again, grab the big toes. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, 5 breaths. Prasarita. So you're trying to straighten your spine and find the connection between the top of your head and the mat. Of course, you can adjust the stance if you want the feet to be closer or far away from each other. Do that. 2 more inhales. Last inhale. Exhale in the post. Inhale, release the toes into halfway lift. Exhale this time, we're going to move back, move the arms back, so that you find 90-degree angle in your arms, right? So that they may be in line with your feet, or you may walk them further away, back. Three more breaths here. This is a little less help, I'd say, from the hands, but you can still push into them, moving yourself to find line with the legs. Last exhale here. Inhale into halfway lift. Let's add some twists. Now the right arm is going to either hold the ankle or just move to the side. Left arm coming up. And now the point is for you to not move your hips. If especially ladies are a little more flexible, just make sure they stay square, right? Because you want to twist the spine, not your hips. Inhale here, exhale. 2 more inhales. Last inhale. Exhale, find the other side. Left arm, again, hips stay square. 3 breaths. Twist, twist, twist. Last inhale. Exhale, coming back down. All right. Here I want to give you opportunity to, again, do some inversion. So you can go for a headstand, forearm stand, or maybe some handstand balance. Now, for either of the 3, I would suggest a straddle position where the legs come to the side. Right, so whether you come onto your into your headstand, just lift up the feet a little bit from the mat. Of course, you can move them all the way up. That's up to you. Or you can do the same on your forearms. Just straddling into a forearm balance. Or the same with your headstand, if that's in your practice. A little playful movement here for you. All right. Coming back down with your feet onto the mat. Now let's go for some splits. So we'll start with halfway split on your right foot. So lower your left knee onto the mat, flex the right foot, and you just want to feel your hamstrings, yeah? how much have you stretched them in the practice so far? If that is all right for you, and you know you want to go for full splits, go for that. If that's your maximum today, just stay here, rest, breathe into the tension. Or as I said, you can engage. Slowly lowering yourself down as much as you can. You can come into forward fold or stay on the arms, however you feel comfortable. Let's give it 4 more breaths, however far you want to go. If you want to stay with the back leg engaged or you want to relax it onto the mat. 2 more. It's a pose. I forgot to suggest that you can go for full Kundunasana, where the arms come overhead. Sorry, you can go for it. Or if that's a little too much for you, just come back up. Yeah. However you went into your deepest variation of the position, same way coming back, right? So moving through Prasarita to the left side. Lower the right knee, flex the left foot, and either stay here or maybe through this position. You want to engage the back leg, actively coming down. The active stretch is much more efficient, I'd say. Yeah, you are stretching. The intensity is definitely higher. You can come into a forward fold, maybe releasing the back leg, maybe coming into full variation of Kundunasana. Let's give it 2 more breaths wherever you are. All right, same way, coming back up, pushing yourself through the center, and let's go for middle splits. Now this time, I want to suggest just a frog, okay? If that's in your practice, go for full middle splits with your legs extended. If not, coming from sitting on your sitting bones into the hero pose, where the heels are on the side. And now very easily from here, you can just separate the knees, right? Moving the hips to the center, trying to create line with your hips and the knees. So with frog, you can either connect the toes at the back or keep 90-degree angle in your knees, either with the torso up or you can relax down. The relaxed position is less intense on the hips. If you want to give yourself a challenge, lift yourself up. Maybe even lift the arms into a little back bend. 3 more inhales wherever you are. Last inhale. Exhale. Come up from the position. Again, moving the same way out of the pose as we got into it. So moving the hips back. Knees are coming close together. Back on the feet. Well, this time, we'll actually straighten the legs in front of us 1 more time. Let's go for Mula Bandha checkups. Now, Mula Bandha checkups, Mula Bandha is the energetical lock that is engaging the pelvis muscles, your pelvic floor. So you really want to feel all your energy being supported from the center, from your pelvic muscles, so that you can keep move the energy up, right? You don't want it to just be leaving your body into the floor. So anyways, without further ado, I'm gonna maybe demonstrate first what the full variation looks like, and then you will know whether you want to go there or not. I'm gonna introduce other modifications. So coming from Chaturanga arms, because you want to really grab the center so that you can lift up your hips. Maybe lift up 1 leg, maybe both legs. Yeah, for a few breaths. If you already know that this is too much, you can only practice lifting up one leg, right? You want to stay in the position for a few breaths. Of course, you can try it out, but choose a modification where you can stay for a little bit, all right? So maybe it's just one leg. Your torso is over the right leg at this point, yeah? Or you can just lift up the bum for at least 3 breaths, right? Or as I said, you can lift up the heels as well. All right, wherever you are, if you've got any cramps, that's completely normal. You can always open the hips and all the tension in your reverse tabletop. Coming back down, left side. Same thing. Either just practice lifting up the feet or start with your bum lifting off the floor. Anything you choose, let's say at least 3 breaths. One last inhale, exhale, release the tension. We can again move through the reverse table. Coming back for a Vinyasa. So from plank, lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog for 4 breaths. So either downward facing dog or maybe child's pose. That's 1. Second inhale. Third inhale. Last inhale. If you are in your child's pose, come back into downward facing dog. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's finish our Vinyasa. Exhale. And bending the knees, coming again into standing. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, relax the arms along the body. All right, let's go for a tree pose. So you may know the, I'd say, beginner's variation where your foot is coming onto the thigh. Now, it's not my favorite one because it kind of makes the whole body more passive. Then, if you wanted to move your foot as high up as possible, obviously, if your hips are not open enough, it's not comfortable for your knee, just find this variation for a few breaths. Or find your half lotus, where you are trying to find the toe, the right toe, with your right arm. So your right arm is coming from behind. And so you can either stay here, or we are eventually going to forward fold. So if this is your variation, then for forward fold, I suggest stepping back. If you went for half lotus and you did not grab the toe, that's fine. You can still keep half lotus into your forward fold or holding the big toe. Let's stay for 5 breaths in this forward fold. Last inhale. And with another exhale, we're going to bend the standing knee, coming into balance. So again, wherever you were in your forward fold, you can either keep holding the foot or both arms coming off of the mat, balancing. Yeah, maybe you'll fall a few times, that's fine. If you do not hold half lotus, you can just lift up the foot in front of you, right? Balancing for a little bit. Having a little playful moment. Okay, Vinyasa, before we take the left side. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Straight jumping to the top of the mat. From inhale, exhale, forward fold. Coming up. Exhale to standing. All right, left leg. Same modification. I do not have to walk you through it and explain. It can be just half lotus. You are connecting the palms, or maybe you are finding the toe. The higher your foot is, the closer to the bind, right? So slowly come into your forward fold. 5 breaths. Just watch your foot of the standing leg, how engaged it is, how unstable it is, right? The energy is moving through it, balancing from front to back, side to side. That's how it's supposed to be. Last inhale here, and with the exhale, you want to find a little balance in your squat, wherever you want to place the right arm. Finding a moment of the so-called stillness where you keep balancing. All right, you want to find your way up, whoop, the same way you came down, into standing. Oh, we didn't come back into standing on the previous side, I apologize. Either way, jump back through your vinyasa. Inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lovely. Let's jump through, or you can just step the right and left foot, crossing the shins, sitting down, extending your legs in front of you. All right. Finally, in sitting, find your sitting bones. Extend the legs in front of you. Flex the feet and find your lock. Find the extension in your spine, extending also your cervical spine, your neck. Your palms are trying to root ground into the mat. One more inhale and exhale here. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, move into Pashimotanasana. You can either find the big toes or grab your feet inside your wrists. Now keep in mind that all forward folds are coming from the center. And again, the arms are just helping, right? Do not want to hurt your lower back by overbearing it with your arms when your core is not engaged, yeah? Or you are not ready for that deep overload. First halfway lift. Exhale, stay. Inhale into seating. Let's come into either reverse tabletop that we already were in a while ago, or maybe reverse plank where your legs are extended. For 3 breaths only, relaxing the head to the back. Last inhale. Exhale, lower yourself down. Vinyasa. So anyway, moving to Chaturanga. Inhaling into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, back into seating. So jump through in any way. All right, we're going to go for Marichyasana A. So I want you to start with your right leg bent, and your heel is trying to find the connection with your right hip, okay? So it's not connected to your left thigh, rather more to the side, because you'll have to move your the whole right leg to the side. Your right arm extends overhead, and exhale, moving into forward fold, and either staying here, maybe grabbing the foot, or you can find bind behind your right leg and the back, grabbing both arms. Exhale into forward fold.
2 more breaths. Exhale in the pose. Inhale up.
And here. We are going to, again, grab your foot. I mean, again, because I did it in my last week's practice, but it was in Czech, so I don't know how many of you joined. So first you want to just open the hip. Take a few moments for that, moving your foot close to yourself. Maybe up and down. Take any movement you want with your hip, with your right foot. Eventually, our left arm is going to find the edge, the right edge of your foot, coming into compass position, where you want to extend the right leg, looking up. Maybe for 3 breaths. It's just a preparatory pose, really, for what's coming up. Last inhale. Exhale, leave the pose. Leaving your foot on top of your right arm, or maybe even your shoulder, though it doesn't really need to be as high. So coming into 8-angle pose. So to prepare, you can stack your left foot on top of your right foot. Coming, maybe just lifting up into the balance. There will be step 1. Step 2, extending the legs. Step 3, Chaturanga arms for at least 3 breaths. Looking forward. Last inhale. Exhale. Coming out of the position. All right. So here I want to practice moving into another vinyasa, right? How can we transition if our right arm is on top of, right leg on top of the right arm? With your feet being just close together, I want you to, again, lift up on your arms. And now you want to thread the leg to the back. And I think what's helpful, if you can really do that fully or comfortably, is to maybe step the right foot on the mat and just stepping your left foot back. Okay? Try that a few times. Even the movement back is a practice, right? So your left leg, maybe the feet can start together. You can step the right foot onto the mat, stepping the left foot back. If that's already easy for you, you can, of course, move through your Kundunasana into Chaturanga, into inhale, upward facing, exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take 4 breaths to switch the sides. Again, in downward facing dog or in child's pose. That's 1. That's 2. 3. Last inhale, exhale, bend the knees, jump through into seating. Right leg extends, left leg bends. Now we want to squeeze the leg as close to you as possible, extending the left arm overhead. Exhale, move through a forward fold, and maybe finding a bind behind your back. Inhale. Exhale in the pose for 5 breaths. Last 2. Last 1. Exhale in the pose. Inhale, come up. Separate the arms. And again, let's prepare the hip for what is coming up. We want to eventually stack it as high as possible on the arm, on the shoulder. All right, so maybe placing the foot into your elbow, maybe using the left arm to help the opening, pushing into the knee, or maybe just holding the foot, rocking the baby, moving it up and down from side to side. Any movements that you feel like would benefit you, do them. You can kiss your leg. All right, eventually placing the left arm or placing the foot on top of your left arm. Right arm is grabbing the edge of your left foot, and you want to try and extend and look up for 3, for 2, for 1. Exhale, leave the pose, and let's come for our balance. Again, place the right foot on top of the left, and maybe you'll just lift up. Maybe you'll extend the legs. Maybe you'll come into a little push-up. One more inhale here. Exhale, leaving the pose. And again, let's practice the transition, right? So that we can eventually just improve our practice, add more and more fun tricks. Because Racket Yoga is all about fun, having fun, right? Trying new things, challenging yourself. Okay, so we want to thread the leg. What helps me sometimes is just to step, yeah? Relax the left foot on the mat. Let's come back. Try 2 more times. Lifting up. Stepping back. Last time. If you want to go for Ekapada Kundunasana B, go for it. Threading. It didn't quite work for me. Stepping back into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take another 4 breaths. Take it easy. Just feel the energy, everything that's going on in this practice. All the sensations, maybe the emotions, the thoughts. Last inhale. Exhale again, jumping through, or maybe just stepping, sitting down. And I want you to lower yourself all the way onto your back. So slowly coming up, coming down. However, your right foot comes up. You can grab your right toe. The left foot extends. The left leg, I apologize, extends. All right, so you may know this position from standing. You may know it from laying down as well. So we're going to stay here for 5 breaths, trying to move your leg close to the torso. For 5 breaths, don't forget to engage the knee, right? Or you can, I apologize, also bend. Just if you feel like you cannot extend, or you can hold yourself under your thigh, maybe under your calf if you cannot really grab the toe, or you can hold the toe and keep extending. There are many ways of coming into the position. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Let's keep the left leg engaged off the mat. Last inhale, exhale the leg to the side. Turn your head to the left so that you are looking to the other side. 5 breaths. That's 2. And that's 3. Engage your right glute. Okay. Fourth exhale. Last inhale. And exhale in the position. Inhale through the center. And now you're going to lift up the torso, trying to bring your forehead on your foot on another 5 breaths. All right, your left arm is extending along the left leg. 4 more breaths. 3, 2. Last one. Exhale, release. Now we're not going to move through Vinyasa. If you want, you can. I'm just going to switch the legs. So again, you can leave the knee bent, just bringing it close to you. You can grab the toe and slowly move through the extension maybe not move there all the way today. Maybe another day is going to be the day. Or you can also hold under the thigh, hold the calf, whatever is most comfortable for you, for 4 more breaths. Activate the right foot as well. Let it come off the mat. Make sure that your lower belly is engaged. It is not relaxing completely. Because you are forward folding, or you're not folding, you're bringing your leg to you, but it is a forward fold physically. 2 more inhales. Last one. Exhale the leg to the side. Your glance is going to the right side. 4 more breaths. Last 2. Last inhale. And exhale in the position. Inhale back to the center. Lifting your torso up. Bringing your forehead onto your shin or onto your knee. For another 4. 3. 2. Last one. Inhale, exhale, relax the feet. Bring your thighs to your chest and just move yourself up into seating. We're going to go for Navasana, boat pose, everyone's favorite. So find your modification. You can either just balance on your sitting bones or maybe relax the arms, separate them, or if you want to go for a little more extension, you can again grab the big toes, extending the legs, looking up, or you can even, hope I'm not gonna fall. If yes, that's part of the practice, it's fine. Then your legs in, the calves, looking up. 2. Stay. The legs onto the mat. Let's step through Vinyasa. Step or jump back, depending on how much strength you still feel in your body. Through upward facing dog, downward facing dog. 4 breaths. Feel how relaxing downward facing dog can be compared to other poses in the flow. So take your time to reconnect. Now last inhale, exhale again through seating. We're gonna go for fish pose. So again, extend the legs, or you can already find full lotus if that's in your practice. If not, just leave the legs extend. And you wanna stack your head on the top, right? On the crown of the head, using your elbows. So you are gonna lift up the chest and later relax the head. And you can either use the arms if it's not quite comfortable and kind of support the head, or you can completely relax the arms alongside of your body. 2 more inhales. Last inhale. Exhale, and we're going to move straight into a wheel pose. So preparing the arms, bending the legs, coming up from the top of your head. If full wheel is not in your practice, just relax the head down, and you can go for a bridge or half wheel, half bridge. It's always different, where your legs are bent and you are just bringing your pelvis up. All right? If full wheel is in your practice, at least 5 breaths. Make sure that you are pushing yourself over the wrist, extending the legs. Maybe move through it, maybe not.
slowly moving back down onto your back. All right, if you need to open your mouth and exhale fully, do that. To release the tension. All right, we are going to extend the legs. And again, just lifting up the head, coming into low boat. So you're going to lift up your feet as well, engaging the core, compensating the back bend. We just did. Last inhale. Exhale. Release. All right. Bring your knees to your chest. Up. Let's move through Vinyasa. Stepping or jumping back into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. And with another inhale, lift up the right leg. And exhale, step it to the front of the mat. Bringing your right knee to the right hand. And maybe opening the foot to the side. Maybe keeping it alongside with the thigh, right? Depending on how your knee feels. We're going to, on an inhale, make sure that our hips are square. And exhale, I want you to relax in this position called Pigeon. Relax on the top of your arms. If you want to, you can extend the arms and relax the forehead onto the mat. Let's take 5 breaths here. Three more. Slowly find the release. Get rid of all tension that you do not need, that doesn't serve you. Last inhale and exhale in the position. With another inhale, coming back onto your hands, just moving through a 3-legged dog. Step the right foot back on the mat. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it to the front. Same position, left side. Moving through the active variation where you make sure your hips are square. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, lower yourself into the position. Relaxing your head on the arms. Moving again up onto your hands, extending into 3-legged dog, back into downward facing dog. And let's find again seating, moving into our final part, and that is short meditation and then relaxation in Savasana. All right, so find any kind of seated position, can be in full lotus, half lotus, on your heels. Anywhere where you can inhale into the crown of your head. And with an exhale, relax the body. Close your eyes. You can leave the arms on your legs with the palms facing up. Or you can just relax them in front of your body. Close your eyes. And for our final meditation, you can just watch your breath and not want to influence it at all. Or the offering is to practice breath retention, where you hold your breath, all right? So I want you to make all the parts of your breath the same length, all right? So if my inhale takes some 4 seconds or whatever, then I would suggest that you hold the breath for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, and again hold the exhale for 4 seconds.
If that doesn't feel all right with you, doesn't feel like it would serve you, do not hold the breath and just inhale and exhale, and just maybe watch how we are naturally actually holding the breath for a little bit in the inhale and exhale. If it feels all right, go for your inhale. Watch how deep it can be. The times may change, right? You may start with 4, 4, 4, 4, moving through the 5, 5, 5, 5, or 6, or 7, or 8. And since every single one of us is breathing differently, most probably at this point, some of you may not want to hold your breath. I'm not going to give the instruction. You do whatever feels right for you at this very moment. Or just close your eyes. Watch the natural movement of your breath. Everyone take 4 more rounds if you are influencing your breath, manipulating it with some breath retention. 4 more inhales and exhales. Wherever you are, whenever you finish, just very carefully move into your Savasana, relaxing your body completely, laying yourself down onto the mat, relaxing the feet to the side, letting them fall, maybe shaking out the hips, just making sure that you set the position for yourself so that you can relax in it in a comfortable position. The palms are facing up. You can maybe tuck your chin into your neck a little bit, extending your neck. And with another exhale, with all the upcoming exhales, just make sure you are slowly relaxing every single part of your body into the mat. Scan your body from your toes all the way up, making sure there's no tension in your muscles, in your joints, in your organs. Use the power of your exhale to get rid of all the necessary sensations in your body.
Make sure you relax your facial muscles. Relax your third eye, your eyelids, your jaw, your tongue, your ears. And with this sound, just invite your consciousness back to your body, if it left your body, for a short while. And maybe with the closed eyes first, just visualize the way your body has been positioned in your dead body pose. Visualize the space around you, what is in front of you, on top of you, to the right, to the left side. All right, slowly coming back to your center. Let's together take 3 deep inhales through the nose and 3 exhales through the mouth. First inhale. Fill up the lungs, open your mouth and exhale everything back into the mat. Second inhale. As deep as possible, open the mouth. Release everything. Last round, the strongest, deepest inhale of all 3. Maybe of the whole practice today. Open the mouth. Release everything. And with the exhale, start moving your body. Moving maybe your fingers, maybe your head from side to side. Whatever movements you want to take. Maybe you want to extend fully the arms overhead and stretch. Or maybe you just want to gently move to one left or right side of your body. Slowly, in your own pace, come meet me in seating. For the last time, come into any kind of seating as usual. And let's connect the palms in front of our chests. And let's finish the practice with one strong mantra Om. So if you want to join me, one inhale and exhale to prepare. On another inhale. Inhale, lower the head as if you wanted to look at your palms. And say thank you, express your gratitude here for all your efforts in today's challenging practice. You can also reflect on how you thought you would feel, or the practice would be, how it was, and how you approached the situations, the challenges. Did it feel good? Do you feel good now? All right, once you say your thank yous, you can slowly blink the eyes open, look back on your beautiful body, on your surroundings. Maybe back at me. Thank you so much for joining me in today's practice. And please don't forget that the situation now is difficult for the studios and for the teachers. So please feel free to donate any amount really that you are able to donate. We will all be grateful if you do so, if you enjoyed the practice. Thank you for practicing. Namaste.